very easy solutions. One is with the use of a timed Ender Pearl stasis chamber. You may know that using bubble columns you can store an Ender Pearl and teleport back whenever you want. You could set up a hopper clock, leave the base, and once the clock goes off, you're sent back. Or, alternatively and more easily, you can just die. If you set up an ender chest and put in all of your stuff, you can then kill yourself and respawn back at the base where you can access your stuff once again. Neither are particularly flawless, but sacrifices have to be made if you want the safest base in the whole world. But without further ado, let's look at the defenses. The most basic defense in Minecraft is the obsidian wall. It doesn't get much more standard than this. The obsidian wall is sturdy, blast-proof, and is relatively hard to dig through. But we can just go around it. Okay, well, we can just go over it. Okay, well, we can just tunnel under it. Okay, and now we're getting somewhere, but we can still mine through it. So how about using regenerative walls? This design is a classic and has been around pretty much forever. If you set up a cobblestone generator with a piston underneath, you can make a wall that fixes itself when broken. So whenever someone tries to break in, the wall will automatically fill the newly made hole. However, this design, like the previous, isn't foolproof. For one thing, you're vulnerable at the redstone. The redstone portion of the build, for obvious reasons, can't be guarded very easily. Not to mention, you can't make a working roof without a very awkward edge that can be infiltrated quite simply. So maybe regenerative walls aren't the way to go. Well, what if the player can't get to the wall in the first place? What if we had a moat? The moat is a classic defense mechanism, and usually you'll find people building giant moats out of lava or some guardian-infested water. The latter is actually much more effective since you can just use fire resistance on a lava moat. But you can also just tower over a guardian moat, so that's no good. Well, how about turrets? Perhaps there is some sort of artillery that can make it close to impossible to approach our base. A very commonly used candidate is skeletons, or even blazes. While blazes can be bypassed using fire res, that doesn't stop the skeletons from completely penetrating our intruder. That said, if you use the super advanced tactic of digging, you can get by these guys pretty easily. But what if we made a giant void moat using glitches to remove the bedrock? We set up a giant canyon that's guarded all the way down to bedrock by skeletons. Well, now it's going to be really difficult to make it in. Except it won't be if you fly. You can just fly on top of the base and break your way in, even if it goes to build height. In theory, you can gather